This is a true life story of a very beautiful girl called Cynthia, who was living in Abuja. Cynthia was known across Abuja as one of the most beautiful young women in the city. Graceful, intelligent, and successful, she had many wealthy men asking for her hand in marriage. Some were business owners, some were politicians, some were sons of powerful families. But Cynthia turned all of them down, not because she didn't want love, but because her heart was already tied to a memory. One night, at a high-class party in Maitama, Cynthia met a tall, handsome man who introduced himself with calm confidence. "My name is Mike, the president's son." His charm, his smile, the way he carried himself, everything matched the picture of someone born into power, and the resemblance was striking. To Cynthia, it was like she had met a prince in human form. From that day, nobody else mattered. She pushed all her suitors away angrily, even insulting some of them. Her friends warned her, but Cynthia was blinded. Mike told her he loved her, that he wanted to test her loyalty before introducing her officially to his beautiful family. Cynthia, lost in obsession, gave him everything, her savings, her jewelry, and even sold some of her properties. Each time she handed him money, he smiled warmly and said,
"Don't worry, my angel, when you move with me to Aso Rock, we have everything."
"Don't worry, my angel. When you move with me to Aso Rock, you will have everything." She believed him. For months, they lived together in Abuja. She cooked for him, cared for him, and waited for the day he would fulfill his promise. Mike claimed he father warned him to only date girls whose parents were also politicians. Also, the security at ASO Rock won't allow any girl in without approval from the president. He told her to be patient. She obeyed. Until one morning, after she transferred her remaining money to him, Mike told her he was traveling briefly to Lagos for a presidential assignment. He didn't return. His phone went off. No message, no explanation. Cynthia panicked. She rushed to the mansion where he usually stayed. When she arrived, her heart dropped. The gate was locked with a heavy padlock. The neighbors said he left the day before with 2 big bags. They also informed her that the mansion belongs to a very wealthy bussiness man who was living in Canada. Cynthia fell to her knees. Everything she had worked for was gone, all because she trusted a dream instead of reality. She ran to the police, shaking, crying as she narrated her story. The officer in charge looked at her with pity. "Madam, you are not the first. This same Mike has been scamming rich ladies in Abuja for over 10 years. Cynthia froze. "What?" "Yes, he impersonates powerful people. Sometimes he claims he is a senator's son. Sometimes he says he works in the presidency. He has many identities." The investigation started immediately. With digital tracing, the police tracked him. But what shocked everyone was what they found. Mike had used Cynthia's money and the money of many other victims to buy a big house for his wife and child. The woman knew nothing. She believed her husband still worked in a private accounting firm. She had no idea he had quit the job and had been living a double life for years. The Lagos police raided the house early in the morning. Mike tried to escape through the back door, but the officers caught him. His wife screamed in confusion as her world collapsed. Back in Abuja, Cynthia was called to identify him. When she saw Mike in handcuffs, her heart broke, not because she wanted him back, but because she finally saw the truth. She had fallen in love with a lie. Mike and his wife were taken in for questioning. The woman cried, insisting she never knew anything about her husband's crimes. After investigation, the police confirmed she was innocent. Mike, however, faced a long list of charges: fraud, impersonation, identity. The courtroom fell completely silent as the judge stood to deliver his verdict. Mike, once confident and proud, now looked broken. The judge spoke firmly, reminding everyone how Mike had spent over 10 years deceiving innocent women through fraud, impersonation, and emotional manipulation. After reviewing all evidence, the judge declared, "This court finds you guilty on all counts." He paused before announcing the sentence. "You are hereby sentenced to 25 years imprisonment, without the option of parole." A deep murmur spread across the courtroom. Mike's knees weakened as officers placed handcuffs on him and led him away. The man who once claimed to be powerful was now powerless. Days later, Mike was transferred to a notorious maximum security prison, known for its harsh conditions and dangerous inmates. There were no privileges, no lies to protect him, and no one to impress. Inside those walls, Mike was forced to face the reality of his actions for the first time. Life in prison was unforgiving. The stress, fear, and regret slowly destroyed his health. His strength faded, and the confidence that once defined him disappeared. Months later, Mike had died in custody due to health complications. When Cynthia heard the news, she felt no joy, only peace. Justice had taken its course, proving that no lie lasts forever, and every evil act eventually meets its end. The story of Cynthia and Mike teaches powerful lessons about love, trust, self-worth, and the danger of living in illusions. Cynthia was not poor, ignorant, or desperate. She was beautiful, intelligent, and successful. Yet, she fell into a painful trap because she allowed emotions and admiration for power to silence her reasoning. This shows that no one is immune to deception when emotions take control. One major lesson from this story is that appearance and status are not proof of character. Mike's confidence, resemblance to power, and smooth speech convinced Cynthia that he was important and trustworthy. She never took time to verify his claims because she was carried away by what he represented. In today's society, many people hide behind titles, luxury, and connections to manipulate others. True character is revealed not by what someone claims to be, but by consistent truth, transparency, and accountability. Another important lesson is that love should never require blind sacrifices. Mike repeatedly demanded money under the excuse of testing loyalty. Genuine love does not demand financial ruin secrecy, or manipulation. Anyone who pressures a partner to prove love through money or fear of losing them is already abusing that trust. Cynthia's mistake was not loving, but believing that suffering and sacrifice were signs of devotion. Finally, this story also warns against obsession and pride. Cynthia drove away honest suitors because she felt she had found something greater. Pride made her believe she was chosen for a special destiny, and obsession made her ignore warnings. When pride enters relationships, it often pushes wisdom out. Humility allows people to ask questions, seek advice, and accept correction. And for you watching this story, may the Lord surround you with the right people. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories.